The story of Indio can be told much like an iconic Western. Its roots run deep. We don't just celebrate our past here, we look to it for inspiration as we move forward and continue to strengthen our community for the generations to come. It has been 90 years since we incorporated, but our story began well before that.
It was 1876 when the Southern Pacific Railroad first brought our city to life. That was truly the start of this place. A depot station and hotel went in on what is now Indio Boulevard and Jackson Street. A fine dining room with Friday entertainment kept workers happy during their downtime out of the warm sun. I am Gloria Franz, board trustee for the Coachella Valley History Museum, and I was born in Indio.
At the turn of the 20th century, Indio evolved into a major agricultural region. Farmers were smart. They took advantage of all the open space here, and of course the year-round growing season. There wasn't much they couldn't grow, from bell peppers to table grapes and citrus to leafy greens.
1904 was a big year for Indio. USDA scientists began researching date cultivation. Imported date palm offshoots from Egypt and the Persian Gulf were thriving. Crop production grew from 100,000 pounds in 1919 to 1 million pounds 8 years later. It was the expansion of the date industry that evolved Indio from a small train depot to an agricultural powerhouse and then provided the opportunity for so much more.
My parents came to Indio in 1928. My dad came to work in the dates during the winter harvest. My family stayed here and I grew up on a date ranch. I'm Constance, known as Connie Callan, and I spent my growing up time on the ranch. In 1930, when I was born, was when Indio became a city.
On May 16, 1930, Indio was the first city in the Coachella Valley to be incorporated. By this time, it was a great place to live. Our population was increasing, schools were being built, medical facilities were going up. We were on the map, so to speak.
The date has been our enduring symbol of our culture and prosperity. 1947 was the year of Indio's first official date festival, where our most beloved fruit was celebrated.
The date festival was so exciting with all the rides and the exhibits and the families that you knew everybody that was there. I would attend the date festival every year with my family. Oh yes, we wouldn't miss it for anything. The fair was a big thing. So Indio is now a real city of festivals. We have a Coachella Fest, the Stagecoach, the Tamale Fest. We're certainly not little anymore.
Well, what stands out the most about growing up in Indio for me is that there was always that sense of community and knowing everyone. It reminds me of the old television show, The Waltons. No matter how big the city of Indio has grown over the years, we've always maintained that close-knit family connection. You know your neighbors, you know everyone.
Indio has a very big heartbeat. We are one of the fastest growing cities in the country and the 8th fastest growing city in California. From retail to residential, hospitality, and healthcare, we continue to grow our services. Our eye always on progress and our focus on how we can enhance all areas of community life. From our teens to our seniors, there are incredible service on both ends of the spectrum.
I'm Derek Lawson, and I'm the proud principal of Indio High School. I grew up here in Indio, and I went all the way through school here. And since 1985, I've been an educator guiding students in elementary, middle, and now in high school. Why? Part of that choice to stay here was the nostalgia that comes from having someone touch your life in a way that changes it for the better, and wanting to pay that back to the community in some way. I had teachers that did that for me. Each of our 3 public high schools here in Indio offers a variety of career technical pathways, such as the agricultural connections, medical professions, auto and HVAC, film and broadcast, engineering, and aviation. It is impressive.
We're really happy to see the growth of the College of the Desert Indio campus here in downtown. We're glad that it's enabling more people in our valley to pursue a higher level of education here locally. We've seen constant growth of the campus since it opened in 2014, and its current expansion is set to finish in 2023. This expansion will more than double the current size of the campus with an additional 67,000 square feet of instructional space. This expanded campus will be able to serve more than 8,000 students every semester, providing even more opportunities for our community to advance their education.
I'm John Patrick Dolan, Dean of the California Desert Trial Academy College of Law. We started the California Desert Trial Academy College of Law in Indio in 2012. Before that time, students who aspired to go to law school had to leave the area. That's not the case anymore. It's the only law school in the country dedicated to trial advocacy, where students can earn a 4-year degree, a doctorate degree, and it's working. They learn what they learn in courtrooms so that they're prepared to be advocates from the get-go. We've graduated 26 students with doctorate degrees, and 55% have passed the California State Bar.
It is the low cost of living combined with outstanding schools, ample parks, and public safety services that are nationally recognized for innovation. It's the visionary, hardworking, and progressive values of our leaders past and present that have shaped Indio from the start.
Growing up here in Indio, I was surrounded by people who took the time to know my name. No matter how fast the city of Indio has grown over the past 5+ decades of my life here, never once have I been lost in that fast lane shuffle. I love how no matter where I went, both then and now, I would hear my name being called and get away from someone.
It's our cherished community with a spirit reminiscent of the pioneers who settled here a century ago. It's the families that are proud to call Indio home. Those running the small businesses, the big companies, and farms from the land that was once just a train depot. It is all of this together that builds our foundation and the future.
What is Indio's legacy? What will people remember?
What stories are they going to pass on?
I think fortitude and strength.
I think community,
Resolve,
Patience,
Determination.
The same things our city started with are the core principles which have helped Indio evolve into what it is today and what it will be tomorrow. Those aren't just words, they are the very fabric of our diverse city. They are Indio's legacy.